This segment is brought to you by Riceworks, the Gourmet Brown Rice Crisp that's made with natural goodness of whole grain brown rice to keep your body healthy and your taste buds happy.
Hi everyone, it's Margaret Wallace Duffy and I'm here at Mildred's Temple Kitchen in Liberty Village in Toronto, and I'm really excited because not only is this a dynamite restaurant, but I'm actually inside the kitchen. Holidays are just around the corner. We've got Thanksgiving over and Halloween. Now we have to entertain for our family and friends, but how are we going to make that easy and simple but delicious? Well, what better person than Donna Dooher, who had her own show on the Food Network, has been in this industry as a chef for 25 years, and I feel like I'm in really good hands, and this is a real treat because I love to cook. Welcome, Donna.
Margaret, thank you. Welcome to my kitchen.
Oh, I am thrilled to be here. So what are we going to cook today?
Well, we're making a classic Italian dish, arancini. First of all, it sounds fabulous.
It does. Does it ever?
And this is rice, arboreal rice, a sticky rice. We're going to shape it into a ball, and we're going to coat it with crumbs. Now, the crumb is the secret because we're going to use the riceworks crisps.
No.
And we have made these into our crumbs, so we won't be using a breadcrumb today. We're using the rice base as our crumb.
So not only is it an interesting twist, but it's also a healthier choice for those of you with celiac disease,
absolutely.
Right? And I understand we're using rice flour.
We're going to use rice flour for our traditional egg wash, and,
right.
and I'm going to show you, Margaret, because
Okay.
I'd love you to help me.
Absolutely. So my hands.
Get your hands wet, yeah, wet them down, and get a little scoop of the rice and just form it into a ball.
This is fun.
And this is fun.
And the kids would love to do this.
I think it's so important to get the kids in the kitchen.
I agree.
So we've got this in a nice shape. I have made a mixture with some wild mushrooms, fresh herbs, and I've sauteed them down, chopped them up. I use my food processor for this.
Okay.
My little
And
sous
same
chef
with
in the kitchen.
for that
and
food
I've
processor?
also used the food processor, and I pulse because we like to have the texture. I'm sure you can see that texture in there,
right?
And that gives it that wonderful crispy coating.
Now, Donna, for those viewers at home that may not have a special processor, what can they do to make that easy?
Just put it in a bag and get your rolling pin out.
And the kids, get the kids going.
Yeah.
Exactly, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always find a way.
Right. So what are you doing there? You took a little bit of that mixture?
I just put that mixture and I pressed it in.
Oh.
And ideally, we're looking to get it into the center of the arancini. I love this dish because it embraces all of the wonderful ingredients of the Mediterranean, which, as we know, is a great diet.
Right, absolutely. Healthy and delicious.
Exactly.
And you were mentioning earlier when we were chatting before that this is, this could be leftovers, right? So
absolutely.
we're using, the Italians love to use their food and use
Nothing
their leftovers.
was thrown away.
That's
Everything was used up. And this dish, I love this dish because you can actually prepare it up to the breading stage a day in advance and then just cook them as you need them. So that, to me, is a great dish.
So we're not going to have our curlers in our hair and our hands sticky when the doorbell's ringing.
I know, don't you hate that? You're getting stressed out when you're entertaining.
You know what, Donna? That is my life.
Is that your life?
Absolutely, and I'm sure everybody can relate to that. Yes, yes. And look, mine even looks somewhat like yours. So even
they're rustic European. I call them. They're all different sizes. I love that.
That's right, which is good, just the way I wanted it.
So this is, Margaret, this is what we will do. We put this in the rice flour, and rice flour is readily available at at your supermarket. And then you're going to dip it in here.
Oh, fun!
And I'm going to grab a spoon. It's a little helper here. So roll it around, and then the next step is into your crumbs, your rice crumbs. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh, it looks delicious.
Doesn't that look great? And this is how far you can take it and pop it into, I'm going to put it on there. That's my presentation plate. So I'm going to put them over here. And these are ready to be cooked.
Right.
Do you want to give it a try?
Yes, let's try it.
Okay.
So in here first.
In there first, yeah. Give
a little
roll
in
Try
that.
to coat it all. And this helps the egg stick to the flour, and then it sticks to the crumb.
Into this little bath.
I'll lend you these guys. Yeah, into the bath.
You know what? This is fun.
This is fun, and this really is a great dish to recruit helpers. We need to spend more time in our kitchens together.
And why not do it together? And what's neat about this too with the riceworks, there are different flavors of RiceWorks,
know,
right? So
I
it gets
know.
new little twist on a recipe.
Every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is the sea salt. I'm very partial to that. I love
And
sea
I
salt.
love, I do too, but the sun-dried tomato.
Is that your favorite?
And Parmesan, oh, it's delicious.
Well, I mean, I love them all. What can I say?
Absolutely. So then now what? What do we
Okay,
do?
so now, as I mentioned, these could go off to the fridge. You can hold them there for a day, or you can cook them and serve them right away.
Fantastic.
We've cooked some ahead of time.
Right?
We've just taken them out. Now, there are two ways to cook them. The Mediterraneans would shallow fry them in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil,
Okay.
which is fantastic.
Yep.
Or you can bake them in the oven. Choice is yours.
Oh, fantastic.
However you're feeling.
And then look at the little surprise in the
And
middle.
there's your little surprise in the middle.
And of course, you could do a variety of things there, couldn't you, Donna? It doesn't
You
have to
could.
be mushrooms.
No,
it could
not
be
at all.
a
It
variety
could be
of things.
cheese.
Right.
I've seen blue cheese go in, Gambazola cheese.
Oh, wonderful.
Whatever, use your imagination.
Wonderful. So are we going to get to taste?
We're going to get to taste, and I want to show you the presentation
Yes.
because this is where everybody is a great cook. It's in us all to cook. Where we struggle is with the presentation. So we think these chefs like myself, wow, how do they make that presentation happen? It's very simple. You've got to have a nice dish.
Yes, that's a good
Helps.
starting point. Some creativity.
Little creativity, simplicity. We're using some fresh picked thyme. I've macerated some olives in some extra virgin olive oil.
Amazing.
And just clean, simple look on the plate. And we've cut these open. I think it's nice to present them to your guests like so.
Look at that.
This is a very glamorous dish.
Is it
So
ever?
if you are entertaining, you could serve it as an appetizer to your meal, or you could serve it as an hors d'oeuvre if you're doing a cocktail party.
And of course,
And
this
look
is,
at that part.
it looks amazing. It was simple, even I could do it. But here's the other thing. We want to make sure that our guests are going to be healthy when they're eating at our home. And everybody has different dietary needs. And as a therapist,
That's
I'm
right.
really aware of that.
And I believe that when you invite someone into your home, you're offering pure hospitality.
Right.
And that means being mindful of people's dietary needs or even their tastes. Some people don't like to eat certain things. So, you know what? Make it easy for
Right. And of course, RiceWorks allows us to do this.
them. Absolutely.
And it keeps it healthy and delicious. Thank you, Donna.
You're
this
very
is so
welcome.
much fun. I
Thank
can't
you,
wait to
Margaret.
come back and do some more.
Give it a try.
Now, if you want these recipes, you can visit riceworks.ca or glutenfreesnacksforme.com, and you can check it out there. But the sponsor, RiceWorks, is also taking it one level up, and they want to honor goodness, not only in their product, but goodness in our communities. They are going to highlight, our viewers want to go in and vote for a charity in your area. It could be a known charity, it could be a local, a national charity. Tell us how they're making a difference and vote online on those websites. And RiceWorks will eventually choose a winner along with the panel, and I think Donna might even be on the panel of judges, and they will have a possibility of winning up to $30,000. So really generous and a neat thing. So give into goodness and make sure you go online and vote and get these recipes. If you have any health and wellness questions, don't hesitate to contact me at Margaret@reallife on CTS.com.